I'm receiving some sort of transmission. Routed through the main system. Routing.
Looking to take a Disney vacation or cruise? Contact Kristen of MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Magical Journeys is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Kristen will get you the best price available and continue to search for deals until the day you travel, taking the worry out of planning your fantastic vacation. Kristen can help plan your dining reservations and answer any questions you may have. She'll even send you maps from the parks. So contact Kristen of Magical Journeys for your next cruise or Disney vacation. Contact Kristen of Magical Journeys at MagicalJourneysVacations.com. So what are you waiting for? Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Wow, that sounds great. I want to go. Well, you can't. Why not? Because we have to stay at our posts and keep rebel scum like him out.
Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Al John Go, Kristen Hetzel, and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news, Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
Welcome, one and all, to yet another edition of WDW After Dark, your weekly webcast for adult Disney fans. Greetings. Welcome to the live show. I am your co-host, your Asian co-host, not your ghost host. Al John Go. My name is Al John, lifelong Disney fan, podcaster with Sorcerer Radio, and of course WDW After Dark, live and uncensored. We do this every single week for you for free, and we hope you love the show today. Joining me, as always, Mr. Jeff Disney Davis, the news monster. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Laughing it up because
that's good. That's good. Keep doing that.
Yeah, I am literally on zero sleep. I'm traveling here over all kinds of weird terrain and hotels and strangeness. And I have my mobile microphone. I'm here in a hotel room. Hotel internet is a little suspect. But I have my handy dandy microphone with me.
I see that.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
And
traveling large, man. Traveling.
I'm traveling. I'm living large. You see. Yeah. Check this out. Yeah. Okay. Look, I got a nice microphone like Jeff. So
you're a little giggity today, aren't you?
I'm a little bit. I've got my brisk tea for tonight. I'm not rocking
brisk. Yes.
I'm not rocking the alcohol tonight. I'm taking it easy on myself. But as the name would suggest, it is WDW After Dark. WDW standing for Walt Disney World. We do have a lot of news regarding the Walt Disney World Resort, the Disneyland Resort, Marvel, Star Wars, all things Disney with an adult twist. If you're brand new to the show, thank you for watching. We do appreciate it. And we'd like to thank all of our viewers. We are streaming this live via the blab.im app, which is Blabbity Blab, which is in its beta right now. We're just having fun. There is live chat going on as well on blab.im. Just search for WDW After Dark. We also post the links on our Facebook and Twitter feeds at WDW After Dark Webcast on Facebook and WDW After Dark on Twitter. And today we have a few headline news. And by the way, just so you know, this is live and uncensored Disney Talk. We are all adults here. We're having fun. We do talk about Disney. We talk about headline news. what's going on in the parks. We touch a lot of other subjects that other Disney podcasts don't touch. But we are first and foremost Disney fans, and we would appreciate if you check out our website at wdwafterdark.com and you subscribe to our iTunes page. Give us those high fives there on Blab. Subscribe to our show on YouTube because we post this live on your YouTube immediately, and then also on iTunes as podcasts. So we do what we can so that you can pick up WDW After Dark and consume it however you want on Stitcher Radio, on TuneIn app. So many different ways for you to connect, but one thing is wdwafterdark.com. And then the other thing you can do is also help support our show. So in doing that, you can book your Walt Disney World trip, your dream vacation, making it happen there by booking your trip with Kristen of magicaljourneysvacations.com. And Jeff, you vacation with Kristen when you're able to go. Kristen saves you money. Kristen also is my wife, and just so you know, she's also co-host of this show and the Dining at Disney podcast. And she's not here because she broke her toe tonight. She re-broke her toe.
Yeah.
So that's horrible. But she strives to do the very best for you. You could just give. Yeah, you can. In fact, Jeff, you saved money and had a lot of fun on your last Disney trip. We ended up meeting up, did we not? Last time you came by?
Yeah, last time. It was
a couple years ago.
It was a couple of years ago that we actually met up. But the last time that I went to Disney World, not only did Kristen save me a ton of money, but she also got me upgraded at the same time to a better resort than what I was staying in the first place. Not everybody's going to do that for you right off the bat if she's able to. So it's another advantage by using Kristen with Magical Journeys.
Thank you. And you help the show. So magicaljourneysvacation.com. Request a free quote today. Tell them WDW After Dark sent you. The other thing you can do is also support the show by clicking on our Amazon link. Yes, Amazon. All the stuff you love every day, whether it be podcast microphones, headphones, earbuds, iPhone covers, Disney gear, Marvel collectibles. It doesn't matter. Star Wars lightsabers. Maybe you want to go get some gifts for the kids, take advantage of some sales that are going on. Amazon is a great way to do it. You can click on our Amazon link and we get referral credit every time you do that. We do appreciate it. So please check out all the links, archive shows, iTunes, and more. wdwafterdark.com. Now, later on in the show, Jeff and I are going to talk about our Disney must-dos. We did that last week, talking about our favorite things we have to do. And I think this time we're going to talk about attractions. How about that? That's easy enough.
I like that.
Your must-do attractions, we'll do one this week, and maybe our popcorn gallery, our people there in the chat room, and you watching on Blab or on video stream can also answer that question and be part of the show. We have open seating here. So later on when we discuss and it's time for you to join in the fun, we'd love for you to pull up a chair and discuss with us on Live Blab for this live edition of WDW After Dark. Having said that, it's now time for Disney Headline News. Cue the music. Mr. Jeff Disney Davis has got this week's Disney headlines. Jeff.
Let's start things off over in Disneyland. And if you've been following Disneyland news for a long while, a press release posted late last Wednesday might prompt a sense of deja vu for some people, as announced by the Disney Parks blog. Aladdin, a musical spectacular, is closing early next year at Disney's California Adventure. It's going to be gone, and it will be replaced with a musical-based type of show on one of the most popular animated features of all time. Of course, it's not 2009. We're not talking about Toy Story the musical. We're not talking about Tarzan.
Wait for it. It's the Black Hole musical.
The Black Hole musical. That would be something interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not even that. Aladdin closes January the 10th, 2016, to be replaced sometime next summer by a new musical based on...
That was so anticlimactic, I can't even tell you.
And it fits so well, Frozen.
What?
Wah.
I just wanted to. I'm just playing the news stinger because I'm out of sound effects this week.
That's the only one we got. Budget is low. You got to click on those links, people.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Hot damn, dude. I'm like, come on, will you play something else other than that damn news sounder?
Yeah, seriously, no.
That's what happens when you're on the mobile device here, broadcasting renegade style like I am from the Best Western. I'm not at my home studio, folks. Can't you tell? I got all this weird hotel furniture behind me. All right.
The reality is, literally, Frozen Fever is not going to be thawing out anytime soon.
Jeez.
That's just the way it is. No pun intended on that. Especially when they've got another movie in the works as well. But you know what? The move may actually mark the start of a more considered approach to all things, Frozen, when it comes to Disneyland or even Walt Disney World for that. So once Frozen replaces Aladdin at the Hyperion, it's likely almost certain that Disney will close the sing-along show in Disney California Adventure that they currently have. The return of the Muppets to their former theater may be part of a new thing going on over there. We don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. So not a lot going on for Disneyland, unfortunately. And at the same time, there's not a lot of things going on at Walt Disney World, but there was one big story that we're going to get to in a short amount of time.
Wait, hold on. Don't you want to hear this?
I'm getting a headache. Man. Stop.
Wait,
get that out of here.
It's Adele Dazeem.
Adele
Dazeem. Hold on, everybody. Everybody sing along. All right. I'm done. I'm so done.
So please be done.
So done.
Please be done.
Now, I'm done. Thank you. Move on. move along. Move along.
My dog's choking on something back there after you playing that. Yeah,
Miley.
She's chewing on a bone, and she choked when she heard Frozen. That's your fault.
Well.
All right. Move along. All right, move along.
Move along.
All right, check this out. Mulch, Sweat, and Shears.
Oh, one of my favorite cover bands at Walt Disney World.
Jim Doyle announced last week on Twitter that October the 10th is the final day for his group.
What?
Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
What?
Show times for the end of their run are now 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 3:30, and 4:30. They are gone.
What?
Hit the road, Jack.
Oh, my.
Don't you come back no more. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were one of my favorite bands. And for those of you just tuning in to WDW After Dark, the weekly webcast for adult Disney fans, I have to say, you may not know me, Jeff. We're friends. We've known each other for years. I'm a guitarist. I've been in bands. I've toured around the world several times. I appreciate the live music. I love the live bands. And Mulch, Sweat, and Shears is one of those bands, man. They play the hell out of some Van Halen. They play, Queen very well. They entertain the fans. And yeah, they have some members come and go, kind of circle in and out.
Yeah.
But they're always fun, crowd pleasing. And every time they come by Disney Hollywood Studios and they pull up that mobile trailer and they start rocking out, the fans gather around. It's a great rocking time. And I'm going to miss this band,
Do you think it's a contract issue, or do you think it's to make way for something else?
Quite possibly making way for something else. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope whatever it is, I hope they continue to have live rock, because it's just a mainstay. Live performers like the Main Street Marching Band, like the jazz band at Disneyland, like the Mad Tea Party, like it or hate it, which I like it, Kristen, not so much, but the Mad Tea Party is a great band, great musicians. I'm a musician. I stand up for live music, and I hated the fact that some of our favorite bands from Epcot have disappeared over the past few years.
Yeah, that's true.
Moroccan has become a shell of its former self, and there is no more Off Kilter. Granted, they've been there for many, many years. Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
And I like the Lumberjack show. Don't get me wrong, but couldn't there be room for both?
You would think so, but sometimes things run their course. That's the best way that we can look at it. And they've enjoyed it while it was there. But look at it this way. Tell everybody where Mulch, Sweat, and Shears, where do they do their show at?
I'm sorry. What did you? The audio. cut
Tell
out on me.
everybody where Mulch, Sweat, and Cheers, where they do their show at, Alzone. Tell them where they do it.
Oh, okay. So it's at the Disney Hollywood
Mhm.
Studios. You know that Disney Hollywood Studios is undergoing a refurbishment
Mhm.
right now, freshening up, all kinds of stuff going on. There's Kristen.
Hi,
Hello,
Kristen.
Kristen. We're discussing Mulch, Sweat, and Shears doing their curtain call at Hollywood
Yeah.
Studios.
Don't they
Very
normally do it
disappointing.
over there by the streets of America?
Often.
They do perform in Streets of America. They do often do that.
Yeah.
That they also roam around what used to be right in front of the Man's Chinese
Mhm.
Theater. That kind of the quote unquote their version of the hub.
Right.
You know,
right.
so they do that. So they may be doing a curtain call. Do they specifically say that is their last show? That is, I mean, you know, we've heard, you know, other bands stop and stop playing, but there's no chance of them.
No
coming back,
chance.
correct?
October 10th is the final day. That is it.
So,
And I think
so
part of it
sad.
has to do with the fact that they do that show in that specific area of the streets of America, which, in my opinion, I think is going to go away to make way for Star Wars stuff. And I have to be honest with
Well,
you.
You know,
It's a
maybe
possibility.
the modal Figure and Dan and the modal nodes. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, little
Yeah.
cantina band, Figure and Dan and the modal nodes. Maybe they're gonna start, you know, playing more than just their two songs that everybody loves
Sure.
from Star Wars and branch out and start playing rock and roll music. I mean, you know,
That's
aliens
right.
can rock.
That's right. They're not stuck
know,
to one genre or
Stitch.
anything like that. Come on.
Yeah, Stitch can play his ukulele and do a bunch of Elvis
Yeah.
covers. You know, why can't Figure and Dan and Modal Nodes, you know, play Walk This Way? Why can't, you know, the Figure and Dan and the Modal Nodes, you know, do their version of Queen's "We Are the Champions,"
yeah.
you know, or Bohemian Rhapsody? Can you imagine those alien
That would be
heads,
interesting.
you know,
I'd like
like
to see
Queen?
that. That would be good. That's a good. That's
know?
a good suggestion.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think
yeah, we are the Galactic.
I think that's
Champions.
what you know, Disney is looking at. You know, hey, this area is going to be totally changed, and you don't fit. Type of mentality, which I would prefer just move them somewhere else. You know,
by the Rock and
yeah,
Roller Coaster.
that would be a great spot for them, definitely. But
Why not?
apparently, we don't get that. October the 10th is going to be the final day for Mulch, Sweat, and Shears. Of course, that was announced by Jim Doyle, who is the lead over there. The very first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party going on right now, and is sold out, completely sold out for today.
Yeah.
So a lot of people getting lots of
Wow.
candy, wearing their Halloween best this evening. But the new
Mhm.
big addition to the show this year is the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, featuring a variety of Disney villains. If you're a Florida resident, though, and reside in Brevard, Flagler, Indian River, we've got Lake Marion, Orange, Osceola, Polk, Putnam, Seminole, Sumter, or Volusia counties, you could win a family 4-pack of tickets to the event from WFTV. All you have to do is visit the contest website for details if you're one of those in that area. So
WTF?
WFTV.
Oh, WFTV.
Yes. WTF.
WTF?
Oh my god.
That's a great station. I love
That
those
is a
guys.
great station, man. My
Yeah.
God.
They're
wanna-
always surprising you, and it goes along with their call letters. Yeah.
Greetings, WTF.
WTF.
WTF FTW.
Yeah. So go to the WFTV website if you're interested.
WFTV. WFTV.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
For us
That's
DJs.
good. I like that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So,
I tell you, by the way, Disney Parks blog, just as a tacit to that, did release some brand new merchandise on Hocus Pocus, by the way, so the females can get in on this to celebrate Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular that's going on. Brand new apparel, costume shirts based on the Hocus Pocus trio that Disney produced back in the 80s. I'm sorry, the 1993 live action film, rather. And you can check out those shirts on the Disney Parks blog, and they look really great. So they're based on the dresses of the three witches. And I understand that they're working on a reboot for Hocus Pocus.
really? I did not know
Yes.
that.
Yeah, and you can catch
That
Hocus
is
Pocus.
news to me.
Yeah, you can catch Hocus Pocus all month long around October 2. on ABC Family during the 13 Nights of Halloween.
Yeah.
So that's coming up as well. So that'll be really neat. Please continue.
All right, so we're going to stick around inside of Disney's Hollywood Studios. We already knew from the original announcement that, Star Wars Launch Bay is opening in late 2015, but new construction walls up in front of the Star Wars Launch Bay tighten up that timeline just a little bit, and the words "Arriving December 2015" is the message displayed on the walls, along with the previously released concept art, so it could be sooner rather than later during that month that you could enjoy that type of stuff. So make sure you pay attention to that. Star Wars Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios is going to be breaking ground in 2016, according to the Walt Disney Chief Operating Officer, Tom Staggs, speaking at the Bank of America Merrill Lynch 2015 Media Communications and Entertainment Conference over in Beverly Hills. That was a couple days ago. Staggs indicated that both Disneyland and Walt Disney World versions of Star Wars Land begin construction in 2016, but again, still no details on the opening date as to when it's going to be finished, or do they think? But we know that shovels are going to be going into the ground starting 2016. So at least that is somewhat, a little bit of progress, just in case.
Right.
We still don't even know the new name for Disney's Hollywood Studios. On top of that, they haven't even announced that yet.
No, we thought they were going to do that. Yes,
You know
Kristen.
what? That was one of the biggest disappointments at D23, as I completely expected to have them tell us the name of that. And nothing.
It's unfortunate. We just have to keep calling it Disney Studios for now.
It's going to be Disney Florida Adventure.
Oh, no, please.
The Florida Adventure. What does that mean? Gatorland's moving in?
Gonna have some gators in there.
Oh, let's have some gator bites over there in Gatorland.
Gatorland.
Yeah, the worst accent ever.
Yeah, true.
Well,
So was mine. All right, let's shift gears over to Disney Springs. And if you're going to be heading there anytime soon, you might want to be aware of an important change to parking over by the marketplace. The crosswalk at entrance 1, which is between World of Disney and the casting center, is being removed effective September now. Not available. Not going to happen. You can't park over there. So that means if you park at the casting center, you will need to walk to the crosswalk at the Hotel Plaza to cross the road to get to the marketplace. As a better option, though, is to park on the west side and then take a walk or hop on the water taxi near the House of Blues to the marketplace. You can also park in the orange parking garage, which puts you right into the center of the property, just a short walk to the marketplace. If you're staying on property, though, the best approach is still to use a Walt Disney World bus, which drops off right there at the marketplace. Just in case you were wondering. Parking at the downtown Disney area / Disney Springs, ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. But that is progress, people. That's what they call progress.
I tell you, I love Disney Springs, downtown Disney, whatever you want to call it for now.
Seriously.
The parking garage actually does make life easier. It is a pain to get in and out. This is true. But, it's one of those growing pains, and it will be better. The parking garage is great. Kristen and I love the parking garage because it tells you what parking spaces are available. Every time you pull in, there's a little sensor. I love that.
I have heard that it is a very interesting technology, how you can look down the aisle and specifically tell if there's one, there or not that you can park into, that you don't have to waste your time going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Our live viewer at Roaming Camera says Disney Springs, same as downtown Disney. Yes, sir, it is.
Getting there. It's getting there.
It's getting there. It's in a state of transition, right?
Yeah, for like 3 years. They've been working on this for like 3 years now. That's the big part about it.
Yeah. Pardon our dust as we continue our construction for your future enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yes.
At this point, it's not dust anymore. It's it's so much more. But anyway.
It's getting better, man. And Jeff, when you get back to downtown Disney in Orlando, you are going to be so impressed with the quality of stores, quality of food places, shopping, the parking structure, everything about it. it's great. I love it. Kristen, you love it too, right?
Well, here's the interesting thing about it. And when I found this out, and I know Kristen's probably going to cover it as well, but Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar opening at the end of this month. So by the time I get there, I'm going to have the opportunity to eat in a Indiana Jones type of atmosphere, and feel to it, I guess, in a way.
Now, Kristen, you've written about this extensively at diningatdisney.com. I'm sure you'll probably have some more regarding that coming up here at diningatdisney.com, right? Your podcast?
That you mean about the opening of that?
Oh.
We won't. There's really not much.
There's a cat in front of your screen.
I know. It's Leopold's tail.
I love the cat.
There's not much when it comes to details other than when they're opening.
Well, we're going to be there for sure. Kristen will be reviewing that restaurant, that eatery at Downtown Disney / Disney Springs next month during Food and Wine. That should be very, very cool indeed.
All right, one more thing, and then I'm all done here. Now, this news isn't really entirely unexpected. But Disney announced last week that 2015 will be the final season for the Osborne family Spectacle of Dancing Lights. The show will literally glow away after this holiday season due to the construction of the new Toy Story Land and Star Wars expansion at Disney's Hollywood Studios. 20th season begins on Friday, November the 6th, 2015, and continues through January the 3rd, 2016. Disney broke the news of this change in a Disney Parks blog article that announced the new Marion Bright dessert party and Marion Bright dinner reception, extra cost events being introduced for 2015. But the outrage really was the cancellation of the popular show. And it pretty much, the amount of comments on that article on the Disney Parks blog was crazy. Literally.
It shut down the blog.
Wow. I mean, it shocked me when I saw that. Did I expect it? Yeah. Did I expect it now? No. Now, Thomas Smith said in response to the readers' inquiries as to what's going to happen with this thing, there are no plans to relocate the Osborne Lights to a new location next year. And you have to kind of wonder, is it just going to be thrown into storage, or are they brainstorming on something? Yeah, what can they possibly do with it? Now, some noted that Disney made a massive investment in the show just 2 years ago, upgrading the entire display to LED technology, replacing the computerized control system. So it's hard to see Disney walking away from spending all this money on this huge attraction that everybody gets to enjoy. Some rumors have the entire show relocating to, and this is the worst rumor I've ever heard, Disney Springs of all places. It's not going to go to Disney Springs. I'll tell you right now. Disney does not want people to see these lights for free. They want you to pay to see these lights. That's why they had them at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, what everybody else seems to think, if it were to happen, is that this could be displayed over at Epcot and replace the lights of winter. I don't know, but it is a good area to do it in. It's big enough to do it in. You just kind of have to rework things just a little bit.
Well,
all that money spent
could go in the animal kingdom too, I guess.
It could if you wanted it. You could put it on Main Street USA if you wanted. They could make it work there. They could cover the buildings. Who knows? But a lot of people, the Osborne Lights have been around for so long that it's the 20th season for it. So right there at 20 years. It has become a tradition for a lot of families during their holiday time vacations to go and see the Osborne Lights and look for the extra little changes that Disney has made year to year, hidden somewhere on the streets of America with those lights. The show itself and the music itself has evolved after all these years into something really special and really interesting. So for Disney to just walk away from all that and just throw it into storage seems a little much to me. I would hope that Imagineers are brainstorming and can say, hey, maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, we might have it somewhere else. You never know. All that we do know right now is that they won't be at DHS anymore.
Right.
That's it.
You know, the thing is, Jeff and Kristen, and our live audience, when Disney makes these announcements, they say it's ending, yet they don't list why, nor do they list what could be replacing it. That sends the Disney internet community in a tizzy.
It does, yeah.
And if you have concerns, if you know, feel free to show your love for the attraction on the Disney Parks blog and simply tell them, we love it. I hope you bring it back. Please let us know, you know, that there is going to be a new home for it. Don't give them a lot of hell about it. Just be respectful and just say, we love this. It's a treat. And my family goes every year. I think it's a great display and a lot of people will miss it. And voice your concerns over social media. I just don't give them a hard time about it, because maybe they are working on something and you just don't know what it is yet. I wish they would simply say, you know, it doesn't have any plans in the near future to bring it back, or, you know, and level with us, or simply say there will be another attraction coming, or it will be moved to a different place. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this?
I have no idea what they could do with it, other than move it to Main Street.
Moving it to Main Street is an option. It is an option.
I don't like
it. It would seem
I don't like that idea, though.
Very crowded to me. If you were to put it on Main Street, it's not that Disney can't make it work in that area, but it would seem very crowded. The area that you have between Future World and the World Showcase, that is a very large area. There's a lot of walkways in that area, different ways that you could utilize those lights when putting them in Epcot. I mean, you just never know, people. You just don't know. But like I said, we know it's not going to be DHS anymore. Now, could we be wrong that it could be DHS after Star Wars has been done and completed and they figure out another way to put it in a different area of the park? Could be. We just don't know. But we know it's not going to continue after 2015 for the time being. So,
yeah. Wow. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Man, I just feel like I've been kicked in the gut twice in this one show. No, last call for Mulch, Sweat, and Shears. Last call for Osborne Family Lights.
But I mean, out of all that, and that, you know, the announcement they made for the Marion Bright dessert party and the reception, nobody even cared about that. It was the fact the lights were going away. They were like, I don't give a rat's ass about Marion Bright. I want my lights. It's part of our tradition. It's part of our family holiday every single year. It's a lot to take away, but here's the good thing about it. What Disney takes away, Disney replaces with something else. Remember that. So next year, we could have something totally unexpected.
Yeah, it could be the Skywalker yearly Life Festival of Lights. Lightsabers and more.
Oh, no.
Wookiee celebration. And,
oh my God.
You know, do a whole Wookiee roar, you know. Yeah, wow. Well, thank you, Jeff, for that news. Crazy.
Person in the chat, would that be the Disney Park blog? Yes, it was the Disney Park blog. So,
yeah, they you know, they have a whole team of writers that write about the Disney parks, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and you know, you rely on them for news and information because they're the first to post it, but you rely on us here at WDW After Dark every week.
They're not necessarily.
They are not necessarily the first, and they don't always post everything. They don't always post everything.
They don't. Post
that's true. That's true. Kristen's Dining at Disney.com website is so in tune with that.
There's things that come across their press form, their media page that doesn't ever get posted on.
That's right.
The blog.
Gets posted on, you know, the Source of Radio page or the
exactly,
you know, JediMouseketeer.com page, which is my website, or, you know, what have you, or we of course talk about it here on WDW After Dark.
Yeah.
So and that's something that you know, we bring you some news that yes, they do post, but Jeff oftentimes Kristen reads you news that doesn't get posted anywhere else. So yes, it would behoove you to subscribe to our show.
It would behoove.
I'm using all kinds of.
Where did that word come from? Behoove.
I don't know. I'm just I'm using collegiate words
the first time. I can't remember.
It would behoove you probably on this show.
Probably.
So
the first time I heard Skosh was on this show. So
there you go. Well, you see, there you go. Thank you, Jeff Disney Davis, and your Jets shirt.
I just wear it inside. I don't dare wear it in public.
I know.
I'm still a Cowboys fan through and through. My brother just works for the Jets. That's all.
I know.
I get free gear. Don't hate me. Don't hate me.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. Jets. Yeah, we'll see how good they do in your fantasy football team. So here we go. Now with Dining at Disney News. Kristen, do you have anything to report for today?
Well, Jeff already talked about Doc Lindsay, so I'm trying to think what else. That was like the thing I could think about.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Well, what about the Marion Bright dessert party and the reception?
Well, Kristen's looking up that news because Kristen, we were talking about how you fractured your toe again today.
Oh yeah,
that's newsworthy.
Yeah,
that's newsworthy.
What did you do?
I know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did the same exact thing that I did. I think it was in 2009. We need to look at the pictures and figure out when it was that you had to wheel me around.
You've got to stop karate kicking the couch. It's just going to keep breaking. Okay, stop.
I tell Kristen she needs.
I broke it almost exactly at the same time because we were traveling to Disney.
You see, here's the thing. And by the way, if you're listening to this on audio podcast, Jeff is not, lighting up a bong. He's got his vaporizer. Like. He's vaping. Okay. This is the Adult Disney Podcast, WDW After Dark, by the way. Thanks for joining us live.
Now everybody thinks I have a bong. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, you don't mute your microphone. What am I supposed to tell people?
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, so you remember, we're going to take a little diversion, if you will, from the news. Kristen had broken her toe maybe in 2009, and I'm driving her around. And Jeff, you remember this. This is the slap heard around the world. So the Disney World. So I'm driving Kristen around the UK Pavilion in her wheelchair. These kids are running around like crazy people around the pavilion, around the shopping area. And I'm like, oh gosh, kids, so the parents are wandering around, not paying any attention to the kids. And I'm sitting there going, hey, Kristen, take a look over here. Would you like me to go over here? And I'm using my hand like this. And I'm saying, would you like me to go over here? You want me to go over here? Where do you want me to go? And I stick my hand out. And I stick it out like this, and I said, "Hey, Kristen, what do you think?" And I literally I clothesline one of the kids, and it's like crap. And the kid that was running literally ran into my ring finger, my wedding ring. You see that? Oh. And these are oven mitts, by the way. I have very, very pudgy hands, but they're oven mitts. So you walk into the damn hand, and the kid was like, starts crying. And the other brother that didn't get hit was like,
poor kid.
And the parents literally were like, I know you told them to slow down, and they didn't slow down. And I said, yeah, don't running in the pavilion, folks. So let that be a lesson when Kristen and I are running around the UK Pavilion around Walt Disney World in a wheelchair because she broke her toe. That could happen to your child. So
control your kids. This is Disney.
Do you know what?
This is Disney, damn it.
Okay, so we went because I just sorted through looked through the photos. We went the last weekend of September in 2009, and I broke that toe the same exact way on the same piece of furniture.
Kristen.
Almost exactly 6 years to the date. We're off within a few days.
I'm telling you, your house shoes. You need to wear house shoes so you prevent this from happening to your damn feet.
You know better.
I don't have
I'm telling you, all of a sudden, like, she's going to have her little toe amputated because she keeps on breaking their damn toe.
Don't make Phyllis come in here and start telling you what you need to wear.
Lord.
Okay,
Phyllis.
don't make her do it.
We have a bunch of new viewers.
They've never experienced
They've
Phyllis.
never
I'm
experienced
curious if when
Phyllis.
I'm just curious if when I broke it, which I'll find out tomorrow, is if I broke it in the same place and split it back into 2 bones again.
That sounds painful. Man, that sounds painful.
You should look at my toe.
Yeah,
It's
put your toe up there on the.
No, don't.
No,
Don't.
Come on.
no,
come
it's
on.
not pretty.
Come on.
Come on.
No, I leave that gross stuff to you boys.
Oh, Lordy. Okay. Well, Kristen,
We're all friends here. You know, we don't mind seeing your toe.
What was it that I'm supposed to be talking about?
Well, you were supposed to call up some Disney food news about the whole food experience, the dessert party, right? So
the Fairy Tale Wishes dessert cruise, is that what we're talking about? Didn't we talk about this?
no. This is not what Jeff is mentioning. I thought you posted it on diningatdisney.com.
The Merry and Bright dessert party and dinner reception.
Okay. So
I probably did.
So while she's doing that, quick little plug here for Kristen's book. Don't forget, diningatdisney.com, the Dining at Disney webcast and podcast hosted by Kristen and Jay Bratton, posted every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. And Kristen's new ebook is out right now, the 2015 International Food and Wine Festival for Epcot. That is available right now as an ebook. And be sure you pick that up using I think the keyword discount code is food and wine. So as you check out, you'll get $2 off your ebook at diningatdisney.com. And Kristen has a variety of different Dining at Disney books so you can maximize your time, your vacation. And of course, you can also book your Disney trip, your Universal trip, your cruise, any cruise line with Kristen at magicaljourneysvacations.com. So, Kristen, do we have it? Am I vamping enough? Am I killing time?
I think I've got it.
Okay.
So, Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights will take place November 6th through January 3rd. During that time, there's 2 new events that they're gonna have. As far as, I guess, like, it's a way to go out with a big bang, right?
Maybe.
One is the Merry and Bright Dessert Party, and that's going to take place November 6th through the 30th. And the Merry and Bright Dinner Reception will be available to book the first day of the new year. So that's going to be January 1st through the 3rd. Let's see. Starting September 16th, which is tomorrow, people can start booking the event. The Merry and Bright Dessert Party is going to be similar to the Frozen Dessert Party that they've had in the past. There'll be Rice Krispie treats, other fun goodies like that. As far as the Merry and Bright Dinner Reception, it's going to feature small, like tapa-style portions food. It's going to include beef, shrimp, turkey, along with specialty beverages, wine, and beer offerings.
How much is it going to cost?
So, tomorrow.
How much it's going to cost tomorrow?
Yeah. No, how much
day.
is the dessert party, or how much is the dinner reception going to cost people? What does it say?
I think Kristen's locked up.
Yeah, I think she is. She has that look on her face.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Oh, she's gone.
There she goes. Yep.
Damn. Okay. All right. You got to love the internet.
Love the internet.
Love it.
Love the internet.
We'll be taking some live questions and viewer questions coming up later on in the program. Hope you stick around for that. We've got a nice group of viewers watching us live at blab.im. Just search for WDW After Dark. We also will be posting this on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and TuneIn. You can check it out every single week. And we will also do a little Mouseketeer roll call later on in the show, and you can join us live as we talk about our favorite Disney must-dos for this week. While Kristen is going to be rejoining us hopefully soon, let's go ahead and chit-chat a little bit about what's going down in terms of Marvel
and Star Wars.
So details right now, if you're a big fan of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well as Agent Carter, which I am a big fan of on ABC. You can check that out. They just recently posted a brand new description of this upcoming season. Clark Gregg, of course, will return as Phil Coulson, Ming-Na Wen, Jeff Davis's favorite Mulan, badass, kick-ass agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Melinda May.
That's a tough woman right there. Tough
That's
woman.
right. Well, they'll be returning. And so we've got Director Phil Coulson embarking on a deadly new secret mission to protect the world from new threats in the wake of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s war with Hydra and a rogue faction of Inhumans. These Inhumans are super powered plus type human beings, one of them being our very own Skye, aka Quake, her real name Daisy Johnson, who, by the way, happens to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent in the comic books. And our very own Daisy has got a brand new costume, and we have got the costume posted at marvel.com. And I have to tell you, her costume is awesome. So if you need to check it out, please do so. Chloe Bennett, who plays Agent Daisy Johnson, has got some really awesome gauntlets. She has the power. She discovered her power last season of controlling the earth in terms of earthquakes.
Why the name change? I love Skye.
Yeah, I know.
I love
I know.
Skye.
Well,
I don't like the name change.
I knew that I knew that name Skye was basically a fake name until she got her real name. I knew she was going to be a superhero by the time it was all over.
Yeah.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be returning to ABC September 29th, just a few days away, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to set your DVR for that. And for more, follow at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Twitter. The other thing going on is we have Agent Carter. Haley Atwell will be reprising her role, and she is also going to be returning with all new adventures regarding the predecessor to S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a strategic scientific reserve dedicated to fight the threats of the atomic age in the wake of World War II. Peggy must now journey from New York City to Los Angeles for her most dangerous assignment yet. But even she discovers she's got new friends, new home, and perhaps even a new love that is not Captain America.
Right.
She's about to find out what the bright lights of Hollywood have in store for her, with a more sinister threat on the horizon. So be on the lookout for Marvel's Agents of Carter. Marvel's Agent Carter coming this winter to ABC, and that's awesome as well. Got to check them both out, Ming-Na Wen and Haley Atwell, Agent Carter, there at C2E2 this year. Yeah, that was great. We hadn't talked about this news, but Jeff, Kristen, myself, we're fans of The Walking Dead,
big time.
So yes, Kristen, the open seat is ready for you, and Kristen will appreciate this because she now, Kristen, while I have you, do you have the price for that event before you got cut off?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay, not listed. More details at downingatdisney.com to come. So, Kristen, we're just talking about Daredevil, and Jeff, you and I are also fans of The Walking Dead, right? And I don't know how many people here watch The Walking Dead. This is the Adult Disney podcast, after all. But we love The Walking Dead. And one of the characters of The Walking Dead is joining the cast of Daredevil. We hadn't announced it before. This news is a little old, a couple weeks old. But John Barenthal, who played Shane. Okay.
Jackass. What a jackass.
No.
Oh, gosh, I hated it.
I like him.
Oh,
I like
no,
Shane.
I don't
As
like
an actor,
He
he is
as an actor. But the character of Shane, well, you have to admit, the character of Shane is kind of what Rick is now. So I'm just saying. He is going to be joining the cast of Marvel's Netflix series, Marvel's Daredevil, streaming the second season, appearing in the spring of 2016. Barenthal will portray the Punisher, one of Marvel's most popular characters, a vigilante who aims to clean up New York City's hell kitchen by any means necessary, no matter how lethal the results. Now, I liken this to, Kristen likes darker heroes. She's a fan of Batman, which is a DC character. She's a fan of Iron Man. She's a fan of what other Marvel characters do, like darker Marvel characters. Because she hasn't seen Daredevil yet. I've seen the entire series, and I love it. I'm trying to get her to watch it.
Trying to think who else I like.
we also watched The Strain, which is also based on a Dark Horse comic on FX. But I tell you, I think he's going to be a great Punisher. I think that the movies that were based on the Punisher in the past have been kind of lame, a little bit hit and miss. It's not because of the actor, because the actor did a great job of trying to portray what was given to him. But Fox, like many others, studios screw up Marvel films if it's not done by Marvel. Yeah. So I will say this. He will do a great job, and I look forward to Marvel's Daredevil in the new season. Jeff, you loved the show on Netflix, did you not?
Yeah, I did love the show. It was fantastic.
Dark.
A little slow at times to really ramp up, but definitely delivered when it came down to it. And this guy, he just has his demeanor fits the mindset and the way the Punisher looks and how you would think he would look. He has that type of look for it. And I'm a big fan of the Punisher. If you saw my truck, you would know it because I've got the Punisher logo on my truck as well. Because that character is
don't screw with the Punisher.
Yeah, you don't mess with him. You just don't mess with him.
Wouldn't you say that the Punisher is kind of Marvel's equivalent to Batman?
It could be in a way. Because their storylines could be so close together with his family being killed, via mafia, drug lords, whatever you want to call it. And then, of course, Bruce Wayne, his family being killed, drugs, mafia, whatever you want to call it. And then exacting revenge to right the wrong and then continues to do it even after it was done and completed. Yeah, they're so close together.
Yeah.
Tech-wise, Batman's the man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, there's a difference between Frank Castle, the ex-military. I think he was an ex-Marine or Navy SEAL or something like that.
Yeah,
versus someone who was like Batman, who's like
billionaire,
Wayne, who's like billionaire ninja.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so it's kind of like
unlimited resources. But with the Punisher, it's pure aggression, pure adrenaline and aggression with that character. And I think the integration into Daredevil is going to be really, really good. I really do.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like during Civil War when all these, or not Civil War, but when, the Infinity War happens and like all these superheroes come out of the woodwork? I mean,
yeah, it's going to be,
crazy
epic.
Talk, crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Kristen, you would love it.
Yeah. You got to watch it. It's so good. So good.
Well, I appreciate that, and I do agree that Shane, aka John Barenthal, the actual actor, is going to do a good job portraying one of Marvel's most darkest heroes, the Punisher, anti-heroes too, to a certain degree. In Star Wars news, now get this: if there's not enough collectors out there collecting toys and figurines and all other stuff, Force-powered stamps, yes, Star Wars stamps coming to the UK. So get your hands on this. Being released October 20th, fans can pre-order stamps from the new range of portraits at royalmail.com/Star Wars. Stamps are going to be illustrated by British artist Malcolm Tween and will depict the line of characters from the 6 Star Wars saga films, including Darth Vader, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Stormtrooper. We have Han Solo, Princess Leia, the Emperor, Luke Skywalker, Kylo Ren, Boba Fett, Finn, and Rey, Episode 7, Force Awakens. Also Millennium Falcon, AT-AT Walker, and TIE Fighter. So you can find all these at StarWars.com. I think the stamps look great, and wow, this is really cool. So it's the Royal Mail service. Once again, royalmail.com/Star Wars for you Star Wars collectors and stamp collectors alike.
Let me ask you something now, John.
Sure.
Do you think Kylo Ren makes it past this one movie?
Oh, I hope so.
Because I'm seeing a lot of focus on this character. I know he's a new, the new Sith Lord type, and
he's not Sith, apparently. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, he's the opposing force, and a lot of care and attention is being put towards him as far as merchandising and so much more. I hope he makes it past his first movie, dude. Seriously.
hope they learn their lesson from Darth Maul. Let's try to keep focusing.
Hey, look, Darth Maul still sells merch even
Yeah, he
being
does. Yeah.
gone, you know?
Well,
That
Being
is true.
cut
he's
in
still
half.
back, and who
I
knows if
mean,
Darth Maul. I heard a lot of rumors about Darth Maul returning to Star Wars Rebels coming soon, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
He never
just
dies.
as long as Sam Witwer's the voice.
Oh yes, well Sam Witwer's playing the voice of the Emperor, so that should be pretty nice. So one more bit of news there with Star Wars. Funko, as you know, brings you those pop vinyls everybody's going nuts about at the Disney parks. You find them over there at places like Amazon or Spencer's Gifts, Hot Topic. Well, Funko unveils a brand new subscription box service called Smuggler's Bounty Subscription Box Star Wars. You don't need to deliver a smuggler frozen in carbonite to Jabba the Hutt to collect this bounty, because StarWars.com and Funko are proud to unveil the Smuggler's Bounty. For every month, the subscription box will appear at your door. For $25 a month, members will receive a box full of Star Wars themed Funko items that include a focus on a different part of the Star Wars universe. The debut box, themed The Force Awakens, will ship this November and contain 2 pop vinyl bobbleheads from the Star Wars Force Awakens film, as well as a host of other surprises, perfect for fans on both sides of the Force. The first box is designed previewed below that you see here, which is great. It's got a little Kylo Ren triple-bladed lightsaber baddie on the front. Smuggler's Bounty in there. Will feature the villainous Kylo Ren, Death Star-esque vertical lines from the First Order. Looks like the inside of the Death Star. Boxes will ship every 2 months. And there will be, if you sign up for the yearly plan, there will be a mystery reward that is going to be exclusive to this collector's Smuggler's Bounty box. These subscription boxes are a lot of fun. Marvel does very much the same thing. And for $25 with Marvel, they do advertise a T-shirt that is exclusive to the collection for $25. It's worth the T-shirt alone. Also, they include, different Marvel figures and Funko pop vinyls as well. So I think it's a great deal if you want to have a Star Wars surprise. And sign up today for the premiere box and go ahead and sign up for the entire year. It's you're going to get 6 boxes a year, $25 with the exclusive merch. That's a good deal. And you can also do the same with the Marvel Funko box at marvel.com. So please check that out. I think it's worth checking out if you're a Star Wars fan and collector. So having said that, folks, that wraps up Disney headline news. Once again, if you're just joining us on the live show, thank you for joining us at Blab. We are WDW After Dark, your weekly webcast for adult Disney fans. You can find more about us and archived shows over the past few years at WDWAfterdark.com. And from that, Jeff, I see you've got a little bit of an audio signal going on. Jeff, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, perfect. Good. Well, we're going to turn it over now to the final portion of our program, Disney Must-Dos. Last week, we started with our live blab talking about some of our favorite Disney must-dos, whether it's food, attractions at the Disney park, what have you. And now we're going to talk about our must-do attractions. We're going to pick one, and we're going to talk about it. And you too can join in on the fun in our chat room at blab.im, WDW After Dark. You can also take a seat here on our panel if you want to join us for the live Disney discussion. We'll start first with myself, and then we'll move on to Kristen and Jeff. My Disney must-do attraction at the park stateside here at Disneyland Walt Disney World. I think I'm going to say that my Disney must-do for Walt Disney World is going to have to be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Good choice.
I do it. Chris and I, without fail, will walk on. We'll do Pirates. It's a fun ride. There's always, even though I've seen it a million times, I never get tired of it. I don't say that there's something new to discover all the time, but I do enjoy it. At Nicole Coffin, our loyal viewer, and we love Nicole because not only is she a great Disney fan, she's an Anaheim Ducks fan, so I won't blame her. She's an NHL fan, so I like Nicole for that. We are Nashville Predators fan in this with Kristen and myself. But Oregon Duck. Oh, you're an Oregon Duck fan. Okay.
Oh, the big O.
All right, well,
okay.
Oregon Duck. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're not the only Oregon Ducks fan I know. I know several Oregon Ducks fans. So there you go. Good for you. Uh, and she's also, are you, let's see, I'm looking. Oh, are you okay, you're in Florida now. Okay, great. So here's the deal. My favorite would be the Disneyland version, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It's the original. It has 2 drops. It's got great effects. It's the original. I like it much better than the Orlando version. It's a little bit longer. It has the parrot barker at the end. It has extra scenes. The munition scene with the cannon fire going back and forth at the end, with the burning, the pillaging of the basement, the armory is one of my favorite scenes. And I asked Kristen. I remember, Kristen and I just celebrated our 12th wedding anniversary this past weekend. So
Congrats.
Thank you very much. Pat ourselves on the back for that. But I remember telling Kristen when I went to the Walt Disney World version, because it's been a long time. My very first park is Disneyland, and I said, "Is that the same Pirates of the Caribbean? There." And this is before I was like a hardcore Disney fan. I was a huge Marvel and Star Wars fan, and she's like, "It's different," And then we went to Anaheim a couple years later, and I'm like, I knew something was different. For some reason, I thought Disneyland and Walt Disney World or the Magic Kingdom were the same park, or they basically cloned. And I said, "Where's the Matterhorn?" Like, years ago, I went into Magic Kingdom. I said, "Where's the Matterhorn? Do we have a Matterhorn here?"
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I really appreciate the fact that there are 2 separate attractions. Pirates of the Caribbean on the West Coast of Disneyland, to me, is definitely a Disney must do for me. Always do it, but definitely, there is some great stuff going on at the Magic Kingdom version. So that is a definite must do. Let's move on to Kristen. What is your must do attraction for this week?
I think I'm gonna go with the Haunted Mansion at Disney World, because
good choice. Yeah.
It's a better version than the Disneyland. It's a little bit longer. You have the staircase with the footprints. But yeah, that's what I would have to go with. I mean, it's between Pirates and Haunted Mansion. I mean, those are the 2 attractions that have been there from my first visit to the park, and that I've done pretty much every time.
Kristen, let me ask you this. Since you've experienced both attractions on both coasts, okay? Do you feel the theming of the Haunted Mansion looks better in Disneyland or Disney World?
Ooh. I must say that I do like the fact that you're going in the front door of the one in Disneyland. There's something about thinking you're walking directly into a house instead of like going in through what makes you think you're supposed to be going in through the basement. I mean,
that's kind of what it feels like in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. I have to say, though, I do like the interactive elements at the Magic Kingdom version of the Haunted Mansion, like the new ghosts, the hitchhiking ghosts at the very end. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. The interactive queue line is very nice. They're just some really cool things that they've done. And of course, the new Hatbox Ghost. That's good times.
Definitely.
Yeah. Jeff Davis.
Mine's going to be a little different than you guys. You're naming some classics there that are really tough to top.
I have a feeling I know what Jeff's going to say.
I do too.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
You think so?
If I had a card, maybe we should do this next time as we talk about our favorite attractions. Literally, right? Guess
it's
what each other is.
Game.
It's like the match game. It's like the newlywed game. Write down and we reveal what everybody says on our little post-it note on our screen. Yeah. Actually, that would be really cool if we did that. But I have an idea of what it is.
Okay.
Kristen, do you have an idea? Yes, of what
I do, but then there's one that I'm like 99% sure that he's gonna say. But if he doesn't, I already know it. I think I know what the backup is.
Okay,
That's
so Jeff,
interesting.
There's two attractions I know that Jeff always does.
will you reveal what your attraction is for this week?
All right. Everybody knows, if they've ever listened to my show on Sorcerer Radio, they know I start my vacations a certain way and at a certain park when I get, especially when I go to the Magic Kingdom. And this is not the type of attraction where you will have sometimes a 40-minute wait or an hour or anything. It may only be 10 minutes and maybe 20 minutes, or you may just literally walk on. But at the start of every vacation, my very first attraction is the Tomorrowland People Mover. The People Mover. Yes, the People Mover. And this is the reason why. Not only did I start doing it was my very first attraction, my very first vacation to Walt Disney World. That's one of the reasons. But the other reason I like it is because it's an attraction that I can go back to, that I can sit, I can relax, and take me through one of my most favorite parts of all of the Magic Kingdom is Tomorrowland. It just, you get off your feet, you get a nice breeze, you see somewhat the inside of an attraction or two. Way back when, you got a great view of Space Mountain. Not so much anymore. It's kind of blocked off where you can't see much. You used to get a fantastic view of what was back then if you had wings, which is now, of course, Buzz Lightyear, but it's only a slide view now. But I just love the fact of being able to sit and enjoy myself, ride it over and over again if you want to. If you want the kids to take a nap and they fall asleep, ask a cast member, say to them, hey, can we go around again? 9 times out of 10, they will tell you, yes, go right ahead. No problem. That is my must-do every single trip. And the other one is Space Mountain. No, I'm sorry, Spaceship Earth. So.
I was just going to say, that's what Alton thought you were going to say.
That's what I thought you were going to say. Because I know Jeff, and I know that you like the TTA. We still call it the TTA, People Mover, whatever you want to call it, Tomorrowland Transit Authority. But I knew that this was your must-do was Spaceship Earth. And I knew that the TTA would be my backup plan. But but anyway, Spaceship Earth, I know, comes at a close second for you.
It does. It really, really does.
We walked into the park with Jeff. And I think, we had a hellacious day. We really did. And literally, I think he spared no time. He made a beeline straight for Spaceship Earth first thing. He's like, bam, I want to smell Rome burning. I'm going.
That's right. That's right.
For it.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, man, that's awesome. And then later on, we did the whole Epcot Death March all the way back from World Showcase to our car literally parked at Hollywood Studios. So it was definitely something. I love going to the park with friends. It's so much fun.
It is.
We had such a good time, and I look forward. I hope that one day Jeff, Kristen, myself, and even Eric Allen, I hope our other co-host who has been he's been busy the past couple days, but I'd love to meet up with you guys again. And of course, our great viewers and our listeners of our webcast on YouTube and podcast on iTunes. Yes, Jeff.
Something that you mentioned about, meeting friends and spending time with friends while you're at Walt Disney World. Each one of the attractions that we have mentioned as a must-do is great for large groups of people.
That's true.
Especially for, the People Mover, definitely, because 9 times out of 10, you can all fit on one train. Not maybe all in one car, but you can all get on one train. Pirates of the Caribbean, same thing. Lots of people can get on it as a group. Haunted Mansion, you may not be able to do it, but think about this. Everybody loves to be next to somebody when it comes to the Haunted Mansion, hooping, hollering, making scary sounds and everything else. As a group, it's a lot of fun. And that's why I definitely recommend groups when it comes to those three attractions. 100%.
I dig it.
I recommend seeing if you can fit 3 adults in a Doom buggy.
Oh, you can. I've done it.
Yeah.
You've done it with Alton and I. Where it's like a sandwich.
Did we have 3 people in one time?
Was there 3 of us in there? I think so. Yeah, I think she's right.
Oh, I don't even remember. Oh,
I've 3 times been on, more than 3 times, but I've done it with you guys. I did it with Natalie and Con, and then I also, Connor's a kid, so but then I did it with Michelle and Taylor out in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
It's one of those things when you put 3 adults together, you're just hoping it's not the time that the ride breaks down. You're squished.
Oh, Lord. We don't want that at all.
But you never really find yourself bored when you break down on a haunted mansion. There's so much to look at, so much to listen to, and everything. I don't mind. They want to stop the ride. I'm in a certain area. I don't care.
I want to get stopped in the room with the Black Widow bride.
Oh yeah, that's a creepy part of the attraction.
I
know
it.
She kind of creeps me out.
Yeah,
that's like my favorite part of the attraction.
Reminds me of my ex-wife. That's why I like it so much.
But I do like that room though, because there's a lot of hidden stuff
that
is in the in that room. The place that would freak me out though the most in the Haunted Mansion, Kristen knows this, maybe Jeff does too, is the Hall of Eyes, the wallpaper with the eyes that blink at you.
Yes.
Yeah, that freaks me the fuck out. Pardon my French. I just let it fly.
Let it go.
We are the Disney Adult Webcast. We are live and uncensored every week. So we do. I'm sorry, Jay Pruitt. I'm sorry you're watching us at the Poly. I hope you have the speakers down for that particular. Sorry. So anyway, what is your favorite Walt Disney World attraction? Please let us know. The must-dos. You want to join us for the live chat? I'd like to give a shout out to our live blab viewers joining us today. Giselle, Chris, Farrell, David Soma, who's in there. Roaming Camera joined us. We appreciate that. Jay Pruitt, 1963, watching from the Polynesian Resort. We do appreciate that. Hey, I hope you're having fun there.
Yeah.
Nicole Coffin, of course, a regular joining us. Michael Humphrey, Amanda White, Johnny Illuminati, I believe, joining us for a second week in a row. That's great. So thank you so much for joining us on the show. We do encourage people to interact with us over social media at WDW After Dark, as well as on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast. Also on Google Plus, we have a couple different pages there. Just add us, subscribe to our feed on YouTube, iTunes. Leave us those 5-star reviews, or rebuke any of those lower rating people that have no idea what they're talking about. Right. Leave us those 5-star reviews and tell us how much you dig the show. We've got the show. We've got years and years of stuff doing the show, but only a few of the archives still remain for the past 3 years. We've been doing the show for 5 years now. And I know that we've done well over, I think we only have a few shows archived. I think we're up to almost 80 shows archived, something like that. But, I know that we've done probably around 300 shows, at least, if you can go back in a way back machine, you might be able to find some of that. So if the line isn't too bad, I try hard to do the Jungle Cruise, says at Nicole Coffin. Each time, it's the first ride my parents always took on our family trips. With our Disneyland trip for the 50th anniversary, they came to Walt Disney World for the first time in April, and it was closed for the refurb. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that does.
The Jungle Cruise is an interesting attraction. And in fact, I am more likely to do the Jungle Cruise now more than ever, because we had great experiences over the past couple of years with the Jungle Cruise hosts, with the skippers.
Yeah.
Jeff, was there a point in time where you didn't do the Jungle Cruise, or have you always done Jungle Cruise?
Always done Jungle Cruise. I'm always hoping that I don't get a bland skipper who's driving the boat. But it does happen every now and then, which can make it kind of disappointing when you get off. But it's a classic attraction that I just don't want to miss.
Kristen, you've experienced some zany skippers over the past couple of years. I think you and I forgot who we were with. Maybe it was Natalie. I don't remember, over there at Disney Moms. But I have to laugh because our cruise director was just like insane, crazy skipper lady who was just literally overacting and ducking everywhere. She was like a paranoid schizophrenic, oh
my god,
just like crazy.
I'm telling
you, like
you,
the Sam Kinison of skippers.
The best skipper I've ever had was about maybe 2 years ago or so, and it was Natalie Kahn and I, and it was late at night. So like it was after like the fireworks where so many, most people clear out. And it was one of the last things we were going to do before we left. And the cast member like had added all this extra stuff in that I, to this date, have yet to hear somebody else use. And he was hilarious. Her and I were laughing so hard, and we thought he was so great that we actually went to guest relations and filled out a comment card and told them, like, he is like wonderful. You do not ever need to let him leave the Jungle Cruise. He's just the best skipper.
I'm going to have to put that on my list of things to do. I have never been on the Jungle Cruise at night.
Oh, yeah.
I've always gone during the day.
I love it at night.
At night before.
At night's actually the best time because it looks more real.
Okay. All right.
With ginger snaps, it kind of looks almost like a real ginger snap being, crocodile. So I don't know. It looks so cool because your eyes go where the spotlight goes. And if the skipper points the spotlight where it needs to go, man, it's just perfect. When the headhunters come out, there's this air of like, oh, I don't know where they're coming out from. Of course, we all know, if this is your first time checking out WDW After Dark and you're catching our little Disney must-dos, I tell you, the attractions, that's another list. Attractions you must do at night, attractions you do during the day. The effects are much different. We've talked about them here on the show in the past. And it's just, it's super cool. But I do like the Jungle Cruise at night. I think that's my favorite time to do it. So, well, what is your Disney must-do attraction? We will post that question on our podcast page, and you can reply on YouTube as well as social media and let us know. Let's wrap up the show for tonight. Jeff Davis, where can people find you?
On Twitter at DW_60 and Jeff Davis _75. Listen on Thursday mornings, DW60, for the latest in Walt Disney World news and music, 8 a.m. Thursdays.
All right. That on Sorcerer Radio, our partner in family fun entertainment. Family fun entertainment. Which is opposite of what we do.
Totally opposite. Yeah.
Kristen, where can people find you?
diningatdisney.com on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Periscope. It's Dining at Disney. And then you can subscribe and download on iTunes. Why can I not talk?
You broke your toe
on
and now you've got
iTunes.
a broken tongue. So,
hey,
sorry.
On iTunes to the Dining at Disney podcast with Jay and I.
Nice. Yeah, please check
you out, John.
All right. Jedi Mouseketeer on social media, Twitter and Facebook. And you can also catch more of the same. If you like what you hear here, you want more great Disney family fun, you can check out Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. Jeff, myself, Kristen are all DJs there at Sorcerer Radio talking about Disney news. We have a great bunch of DJs there at srsounds.com. You can also follow us there and download our sister podcast at WDW Tiki Room. My gosh, I can't speak either. Yes, WDW Tiki Room, the show about all things Disney, a family-friendly show. This past week, we put up audio regarding the Goofy movie 20th anniversary, hosted by Don Hahn and Disney legend Bill Farmer. You can find that. If you're a big fan of the movie, you're going to dig it. There's all kinds of great performances there. The entire voice cast of a Goofy movie was there at D23. We have audio there. We captured it, and now you can download it. And you can hear my raspy voice in the intro and exit of that show because I was losing my voice last week. So please download and subscribe to WDW Tiki Room, Dining at Disney podcast, and listen to us on Sorcerer Radio. We do appreciate it. In the meantime, don't forget, we will be back for yet another live blab session for our live recording of our podcast. And please, like I said, like and subscribe to our shows. All the links are there at www.afterdark.com. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, it's better after dark. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at WeebyGeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?